work on other stuff. But there's the recording going again. So let's save this as the second file for this campaign. Again, this will be a 4-mission rotation on the African campaign. And then I also need to start thinking about tagged ops to do, which I gotta talk to, I think, Dante's people about that. Save that. Alright, so let's go ahead and update our roster here. We're going to be staging from that patrol base going into here, so I might shift it like that, and then we can just shift these. And then I'm going to add a note about limiting civ casualties as well, but, yeah, we'll get there when we get there. So, what can I delete? I can delete all that. Okay, actually, real quick. These weren't checked off. They were. So why didn't they work? Oh, because that's why. God damn it. They weren't set to actually hide anything. That's why. That's so weird. Whatever. Okay. Get rid of those markers so I can put that one down, that one, that one, that one, that one, and we can grab the patrol outpost, set that right there. Now we're going to focus on this flank. So I'm debating here. We're going to basically be trying to take that fob and then hitting these 3 villages, which is going to be a toughie in its own right. So I'm thinking we'll put the staging point down here. And I kind of like the structure of this. I did say I was going to potentially reshuffle their weaponry, though. But I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take the auto riflemen and I'm going to simply change their machine gun. Because what they ended up doing was just taking all of the RPK ammo and redistributing it to the riflemen, and I don't want that to necessarily happen. So I'm just going to, we're going to do a PKM. And I'm going to replace all of that rifle ammo with PKM ammo. Oh, no, it's an MBAV vest. Of course, it's not going to have that much. Okay, so we'll do that. And then I need to take the equipment out of you, empty out that type of magazine, Control-Shift-I, and do a 571. This will be training op number 2. Mission dev of this mission, Pog. No, Kane, we just finished that mission dev in the earlier part of the stream. Now we're working on the next training op. 5-7. And we'll go ahead and put, yeah, 35 bucks. It should be fine. And then I'm going to copy these other 2 tributes. And then I'm also going to put a backup BTR in debug just in case it explodes again because they armored one. So I'll go ahead and put that there. And then we'll go ahead and put that point there. And now I'm debating. Yeah, we just got to focus on those. So, let's go ahead. I think that's fine. And then we can just do our build-up on those positions specifically. And then we can have another op where we basically move up this flank and hit everything as that's going on. And then we could probably extend that to, like, you know, a 5th mission or something, too. So this one definitely ambitious, though. I'm debating even adding this town. I think this should be enough for, like, an hour and a half, especially with that move. I can set up an ambush. So we're actually going to do just that. I'm going to literally lower it to there, and then we can just shrink that down and then bring these down. And then I'll just generically spawn in the stuff. Okay. So now the fun stuff. All right. Team lead. RPK gunner. I will also say this, I don't expect it to, but if I find that we need more slots for the Tuesday ops, I'm going to probably add a few special assets. But I want to focus on the infantry gameplay for this campaign. Because the overall objective we have is to stress communication. So that's kind of what I want to focus on entirely, is just the stressing of that communication. Have an M2 on point to hit whatever the point vehicle is. Oh, I know they probably won't have any civilian issues, but, you know, I put that in there as a limitation reminder. So I've got this ready as an opening ambush. I'm going to cut the fuel on this. And put that over there for now. Now, theoretically, I should already have these preset to pathing. Yep, okay, we're good. Oh, the map is different now. Let me change that out real quick. That's going to be... Mutambara. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do ZEI templating for everything already. So let's put that up. We'll have a command center in here. And that should be good. This position's gonna be the interesting one. I'm gonna do 2 in there, and then 1 right there. 1 building right there, fortified. I'm gonna have another position right here built up. Fortify those, and then we're gonna have 1 more position in here, fortified. And then the final position is patrol base. Which I don't think I really need to do much to, but, you know, we'll put some stuff in there nonetheless. Yeah, that should be more than enough action. Tributes multiplayer. No. That's all fine. We just need to set up the, yeah, so all those are CSET photos. We can just delete those. Map. Okay, there's no folded maps out or anything. Good. And then ammo caches and stuff we'll just tackle on a case-by-case basis. So I really do like taking the squad here and then just garrisoning forces accordingly. So we can put squad leader out there, medic, we can find a little medical position to put him on. What's in here out of curiosity? I think it's actually like AKs and stuff. Yeah, so, I mean, that works. Have an RPG guy ready to hit something. RPK guy ready to shoot from that position. Another RPG gunner, have him ready to go on the road right there covering. Rifleman-wise... set things up. And again, that copy just makes it so easy to template all this stuff. And then I don't even have to use all the units. I mean, that's good. Actually, no, we do want to use them, because then I can put the remaining 3 in here. And then you got to remember, like, I'm going to have patrols around as well. Oh, that's a sharpshooter. I forgot I put one of those in the squad. So what I'm going to want to do is probably put him in a more advantageous position. So I'll just switch him out for this rifleman right here. And then I can grab him and put him in here. And I'm going to delete that little shoot house wall so he can shoot through there. Alright, so that's that done. I'm going to go ahead, grab a Dishka car. And put it along the road right there. I want 2 riflemen. Ready to defend that position. I'm going to cut our fuel. Okay. Now the really interesting part. I'm going to put a squad down and then an additional team worth of guys down to divide this accordingly. Marksman-wise, I'm going to put one up here. And then take an AT guy. A little worried about stacking these boxes so close to each other because I feel like they might cook off. Checking back here. There's no other ammo boxes or anything. That's... Nope, we're good. Keyhole some AT right there. Oh, let's see. Put some RPK stuff down. Yeah, so the stuff under the tables and whatnot I like to delete because otherwise it clips with the hitboxes if you enable it, but my players can get really confused about that stuff, so I just try not to create that as an issue. Why are we not getting a clip? That's why. I think I toggled that on accident with a random keybind. What do I have left? Yeah, that should be good. Get rid of the launcher's crate. Create a cache right there. And again, we don't have to use all of the AI, but I'll use a good chunk. And like that, we've got a good chunk of the AO built already. And then I'm thinking for this one, we'll have a Dishka Vic. And an M2 Vic. Ready to go, and I can rip their fuel or refuel them as needed. Okay. Take our stuff. Let's work on the patrol base right now. I always like to do my ops in random little chunks. I do want to put one of these Vics up here. This is a really advantageous position. The only thing that's really going to be able to deal with it is, oh, the words escape me. They're BTRs, because otherwise that's going to have a really good tactical advantage. Otherwise I might have to try to steal a Vic and, you know, make it work, so we'll see how things go. I'm going to put some medical up here as well. We'll put it in this little cache area, too. And there, we got the AK and whatnot. Marksman will go ahead, put in a really bad spot, because these guys aren't really that well trained. The map command should have updated, did it not, total? I'm going to look again, because sometimes you click update and it doesn't actually update the damn thing. Yeah, I've hit the save button 20 times. Let's just hope it sticks. But how are you guys doing this evening? That might have already been said a while ago and just no one's talking, so... Kane, I'm very selective about what music I play during ops because copyrighted stuff has burnt me so many times in the past. I already have a dude in there. Whoops. And then stuff that's not copyrighted will randomly get copyrighted because the YouTube algorithm is trash. That's why I had to scrap my intro, or my original video intro way back in the day, because the music sounded like another thing, even though it wasn't that. It's just so stupid. So I'm very peculiar about what I allow and what I don't allow. And then the rest of that can be filled in by garrison forces. I'll go ahead and put that Navstar group up there as well, and then we can delete that, and that should be good. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, dwarves. Life's full of surprises, good and bad. You just gotta roll with the punches and learn from them, and then try to be a better person. No one's perfect. I know I am not. I'm definitely not, but just trying to be better. Because that's all we can do. Is be better people. Alright. Throw things around in this garrison. They don't have to be in all the, you know, non-fancy buildings. You can just put them anywhere. Also, I don't always rotate the units because they're just going to re-rotate on whatever side the squad leader's looking at anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Now it's different, yeah. Again, sometimes Twitch is weird and it doesn't properly adjust things, and you just gotta roll with that. Suffice to say, it's not always my fault. I promise. But some things are definitely my fault. Anyway, I also love how this is, he's got the hat set up. I just don't know where to really put a marksman, so I'm just gonna put him outside and let him just ding anything that comes up. We'll go ahead and put another Techie Vic up there. Like so. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and set this stuff up. I'm going to need to put a marksman up there, and then I'm going to need to be very specific on where I put my AT units. But then again, let's do that, and then I can grab the AT. There and there. Welcome back, Ian. Sorry for all the ads. Usually when I'm between streams, I play a few ads just to give me some time to change everything up. So, sorry you got assaulted by those. If I had it my way with Twitch, I would literally only play ads when I needed that in-between time, just so I could then, you know, switch gears, but Twitch don't let it work that way. But I'd be all for, you know, just controlling when ads come on my channel, and I would definitely, you know, put ads here and there, because they're great for, like, in-between F&F rounds, or, you know, when I'm doing a massive stream that involves multiple missions being developed. I could, you know, just stack a few to give me time to, you know, switch all my commands over. But, well, Twitch wants their cake, and they want to have their cake and eat it too. So oof to that and oof to me. Definitely oof to me, jeez. All things considered. Alright. Yeah, so this table in particular, I like to remove the stuff because they don't have a Mark 14. They don't have that handgun. They don't have that type of mag. So, you know, just a little extra detail to shave off. And then we've got this position up here. You know, 50-50, some of those ammo crates will randomly blow up, but, yeah, work with it. Yeah, there's also been some announced ad changes on YouTube. I know they... I need to start doing another series of what gets demonetized on YouTube, because they announced having a change for their quote-unquote controversial topics. I don't know what BS that is, but ever since they made that quote-unquote change to what a controversial topic is, every single one of my VODs has been flagged and demonetized. So I'm going to start abusing that like we did last time, to the point I start reporting videos that shouldn't be reported, and I think they're just going to flip a switch to say I'm exempt from getting banned on that again. But we'll probably, again, I'll get back into editing this week, and we'll have a funny video of that come out, because it's pretty funny that I'm getting randomly demonetized for just everything I put out there. I want to see where that line is. Oh, Twitch gets screwed by Amazon. Well, yeah, ever since, what, Google bought YouTube and Amazon bought Twitch, I mean, both have just sucked. But that's kind of what happens when you get bought out by a giant monopoly. Things get messy. Though there is a case going on right now, I think in the US, where they're determining to see if Amazon is a monopoly, which, yeah, yes, it is. And they're going to potentially do antitrust laws. But we'll see. I think back in the day... That's another thing I noticed. Like, all the super corporations from back in the day, like the Rockefeller, the Henry Ford, and all that, like, used to be good. Because they actually gave a shit about their employees. They gave them things that made it competitive to work for them. But nowadays, everyone's just gotten so greedy. So when people make the case for, like, anti-unions and whatnot and say, well, all these major businesses did X, Y, Z, it's like nowadays, because of globalization, they don't need to do that anymore. So now you kind of need the union, but, ugh. That's a mess for another time. But it's crazy how the world has kind of gotten tits up, and, well, I think we're going to be in trouble in the long run, but, oh well. Not much we can do about that now, can we? Wow, this is going to be like an under 30-minute mission dev. I'm still going to verify it, make sure that, you know, nothing outright explodes. Even though I think some stuff is going to outright explode, but, you know, not much we can do about that at that point. Let's go ahead, hit the play button, see what else we can get. I'm debating if there's any other, like, specific assets I want to do, because this is going to be such a heavy assault. So we'll see. Oh, I didn't put the files in. Let me think. That's going to be under mission. Oh, I clicked the wrong button, and now my computer is like, oh, you clicked that button. That means I need to load all these files here on a different drive. Damn it. So while my Explorer EXE decides to calculate that, awesome. Alright, we're good. So I just need to tab back out, copy the SQFs, paste them into here. Okay, now that should be good. And then again, I'll be spawning the civvies by hand, just so I can put them in certain things. I want to get this and set up a Halo ODST-like game for them to play. Yeah, ODST stuff is pretty fun. Like everything else, though, in Arma, you just have to make sure you balance it right. I would love to do an ODST style against the Covenant, like, you know, Spec Ops sort of thing, but that has to win a poll for me to get into it, but I might add it for next time. We'll see. Alright, let's make sure nothing's running around. And again, I'll be supplementing all this stuff with patrols, but this just creates a lot of hard points to assault, so it's going to be a lot of sweeping and clearing. What I'm trying to think, though, is there another heavy asset I want to give the player base, but at the same time... I think what I'm going to do... Here's what we'll do. I'm going to add some heavy assault weaponry to help the player base out. And I think the best thing to do, because it'll really be like a risk versus reward, because, again, we have the civvy thing. So if they use it in heavy towns to just annihilate things, they risk killing civvies. But if they are careful with them, they can be very powerful assets. And I think I'm also going to do an SPG-9 to help with counterattacks here. So that should be good. What we need to do, though, is I need to make sure there's space in the BTRs for those to be carried. So if we go into attributes, and then we go and... yeah, cargo space 20. All right, that's fine. So, yeah, no, those should fit. And that way, if I want to, like, push this vehicle down to assault, which I don't, but they can always, like, pull the SPG-9 out and try to snipe it, they have the room to. And then again, the AGS, if they get heavily hit, they have limited ammo with them, but it gives them more opportunity. Plus, I haven't seen players field statics like that in a long time. So I think that'll be a very interesting experiment. That'll give them a bit of a edge on fire support. But again, it keeps the op difficult because there's a risk versus reward with the civvy counter there. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm thinking op 2 will be this. Op 3 will be pushing up to that patrol base, taking this section out. Because I don't want to do this AO again because we already did it for an AO. And then the next op will be here, and then we clear out some of that, and then maybe a 5th op clearing those hilltops. But I'll work that out when I get to that, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, no, that was a pretty quick one, to be perfectly honest. Let's go ahead, save and export it. Let's give it one more look in the multiplayer just to make sure things are good. I did say I was going to do a weapon rebalance, but I'm thinking for the AKs, we'll keep the AKs. It's just, I'll switch out the PKM ammo because I don't want everyone to grab the 75 round AK mags and just use those. Righto, Snow. Well, if you want to get an Arma 3, I've got multiple different communities I work for. I can give you a recommendation. Oh, speaking of, someone remind me, especially when we get to the 31st stop, to go link the 31st Discord in my frickin' collab channel, because I keep forgetting to do that. Let me just load both of these to make sure they load in. Again, with 20 for cargo space, mathematically it should be fine, but, you know, just to be safe. Should both fit. And then I'm not going to give an HMG because the HMG should be in there, but I'm curious, how many mags does that have? So it's only 120 rounds, so again, it's like a be very careful with it sort of weapon. I like that. All right. So now I'm thinking the next mission I want to do is the Command and Conquer op. And now I know, okay, yep. So we'll be back in a second. I just gotta change up my commands.